So as far as generators and mechanisms are concerned, that's all of them. And then they're going to talk about advanced power generation, but believe me, that is a really, really dangerous thing to get into. I mean, you'd need to build a nuclear reactor, but in mechanism as it is in real life, the nuclear reactors used don't actually generate the electricity. Yeah, this isn't big reactors where they actually did. This is a lot closer to real life, where all they really do is generate a lot of heat. And the heat heats water, makes steam, which drives turbines, and that generates electricity. Which means I'm going to have to throw together a turbine, too. Not exactly into that, but more to the point, you need to make sure that where is this zombie? I have no idea. You need to make sure that the turbine is consuming heat in enough of a make sure it's doing it fast enough. Still can't find it, because if it isn't, there'll be the reactor will overheat. I mean, and well, meltdown. But the thing about that is that a nuclear meltdown in mechanism is not at all the same as a nuclear meltdown in real life. With a nuclear meltdown in real life, the core melts down through the floor and gets dissipated into the earth and irradiates the area. In mechanism, not only does it do this, but it explodes, makes an entire region, for miles or possibly chunks around, into what is essentially radioactive wasteland. There's not much in here. And you have to wait for the radiation to fade. And I've never seen this actually happen. I've never done it before. But I'd rather not be around when it does, if you know what I mean. So while we're waiting for the sun to come up, let me see. A lens of ender, what's that do? Photoelectric paint on an enderman or endermite. So photoelectric paint is just that. Well, I can do that. But I'm going to have to find an enderman. At least before the sun comes up. Now let's see, where are they? I don't see any on the heads-up display. Also, I had no idea I was so high up that phantoms could come out of me. Yeah, those things attacking you, as you saw during that one raid, they have a major tactical advantage in that they can fly. So I'm going to go hunting for an enderman. Fortunately, I got my running shoes on. Those seem to have outrun them. Even though I'm not actually running, I'm just walking really, really fast. Ah, here's an enderman. Well, there's one nearby. You can see it on the display there. Now, I'm going to try very hard not to look directly at it. It must be immediately below me. I can hear, and it's close, so it can't be that far down. But then, where is it? Hey, we're gonna have to deal with this with Enderman, because they... Ah, here we go. Let me just put this dirt block down somewhere where I won't block myself. Yeah, like that. Down a bit further. And there we go. This reminds me a lot of Ender.io and such, where it had a thing called a soul jar where you can capture actual things in it, including Enderman, and use the filled soul jars in recipes. There was a bit of a blend between magic and tech in Ender.io. There we go. So what I get? More dielectric casings. Suppose I could use them. Looks like the sun's coming up. And when the sun comes up, not only do all the undead mobs start to cook, but so do the phantoms. Where did I put that paint? I was gonna use it. I don't know, was that quest a, one where you turned it in or something? Alright. Let's get rid of this skeleton here. And there seems to be what sounds like a drowned zombie nearby, but that's beside the point. I'm just going to... Actually, since I have hardened capacitors, I suppose when I run out of power again, I'm going to make a hardened solar panel out of 3 basic ones. Which I suppose I ought to have done earlier. So let's see, we have basic solar panels, which require starter solar panels. I'm going to need 6 of them. Yeah, I think so. So let's see, for a basic solar panel, you need 2 basic solar panels, meaning 6 starter solar panels, meaning 6 times 3, 18 photoelectric panes. You see how all this stuff mounts up? Okay, now, for the 18 photoelectric panes, I'm tempted to just say I'm just going to need a lot of this stuff have and be done with it, but let's see, photoelectric panes. I've only got enough dielectric paste apparently for 14 of those 18. Let me just do something. Yeah, I wondered why I wanted all that lava. Well, here's your answer. And all the clay. And possibly all the coal, too. How many of these do I need? 4 of them, yeah. And I happen to have exactly that much. Okay. Now 18 divided by 3 is 6. I need 6 dielectric casings. Of those, I have 4 of them. Where did I get these? And I think I ought to put... Well, I ought to put these stacks of cobblestone somewhere. Maybe I'll make something out of them. Who knows? But... I just lose track of where you are. Did I have any iron? I guess I didn't. In that case, I'll just make some more of these, and use them for the missing, well, missing casings. So that's the other 2 of them. Now I also need 6 capacitors. That should cover it. Because I need a dozen tiny capacitors. Now what else? I need room. I'll just toss these aside and be done with it, because I'm going to be freeing up the space later. And then I need 2 more dielectric casings. I'll just start shelving this stuff. This goes here, that goes there, that goes here. And there's your 2 more dielectric casings. And 4 more capacitors. Interesting. I have exactly 4 of them. I can make exactly 4 of them. Okay, and that's 1 of these, and 2 of them. Now for the hardened version, I'll need another dielectric casing. Energized steel, which I ought to have somewhere. I distinctly remember taking it out. Oh, there it is. It's beginning to worry. And there you have it. A hardened solar panel. So, let's see how far this goes. Well, at least it's doing something there. Why don't I get out the one from Mechanism 2 while I'm at it? That's where I put it. Yeah, I didn't know solar panels made a noise. But even this isn't enough. So what can I do in the interim? Well, I suppose I could get myself another one of these. You know, get another of these quests done. Now, there was this one thing I got. A player aerial pearl as a prize. Or as a reward. Let me see. Does it accept... Apparently it doesn't accept starter player transmitters. That's a little off. But I suppose you can make do. Whoops. So I'll need 2 dielectric casings, one for each tier. Probably need more dielectric rods too, because I need one for the player card. I also need some zombie flesh. Where's that recipe? What was that thing even called? Binding card. No wonder I couldn't find it. So I'll just put this here. Now I need... Well, I was going to say I need 3 capacitors. I already got them. And there you have it. Thing on is I got this player aerial pearl too, because I'd have to go way out and find a zombie husk, which are out in the desert somewhere. And for my reward is uranite. And what about this? Another binding card that I have to use on Enderman. Well, it shouldn't be too hard as long as I can find another Enderman. So I'll take this and keep it handy. Yeah, it is starting to get dark out. Oh. Okay, I'll do some more of this. I'm halfway through it, by the way. I'll go out looking for an Enderman. And use the binding card on it. I wonder if I'm ever going to be... Wait, that wasn't supposed to happen. There we go. Alright, I guess I'm off to look for Enderman. Now, where would they be? Well, if I'm not going to actually hit the thing, I don't see why I should bother. But that's the thing, they can outrun you no matter how fast you actually are. I might just want to cover some territory I've already covered, because otherwise I'll have to wait for the new territory to load. And there I might as well be where is it? I might as well be making this game into a slideshow because of how slow the frame rate is when it's loading. And that's the end of that one. Now all I gotta do is get home without running into any phantoms. It's funny, you're running around looking for Enderman all night, and then all of a sudden there's 3 of them. So I'm going to go back home. And I'll put that somewhere and see what I get for it. I'll also put this away too. Alright. I don't know what I got out of that. Oh, wait. It's these... No. I already made those large basic capacitors. What? Have I been cheated out of a reward or something? Or did I miss what I got? Well, that was terrible.